We have arrived. Annular Equinox, Annularity, the level 250. This is a weird one to 0 turns, especially with this team, because there are no debuffs allowed here at all, which means the follow-up attacks from Noctis and Machina just aren't there, but it doesn't matter because Garnet is Garnet, and the damage is just fine. They also just so happen to be weak to both of her elements, thunder and water, as well as fire and holy. So really what they're encouraging here is bring all the Final Fantasy IX mages. But I didn't do that, I just brought the one. I brought the other 2 mages. Where did I bring them? I put Vivi in the first one with the Medusas because the orb caters to him. And I don't even remember where I put Aiko. The snakes! Aiko fought the snakes. I got her in 50 tickets, 2 LDs with 50 tickets, as well as a Garnet burst along the way. That would be my daughter's handiwork. Turns out she's my good luck charm. I'm going to just have her do my polls from now on. Seems to work out better that way. Yes, I know, I originally used the 50 burst tokens on Garnet the second she came out, and I don't regret it at all, even though I got a dupe, because I've had fun with her along the way. I wasn't going to wait. Who cares? I'm having fun. But what are you going to do about luck? I don't know, maybe nothing. I don't know if I'm even going to pull for luck. I'm kind of getting sick of that discussion. Who's better, Garnet or luck? They're not the same. Quit asking. It doesn't work that way, never has. But Garnet's better. You just get Garnet. Like, change your plans. That's how this works. I feel like some people are way too wrapped up in their own plans, so that whenever Global surprises us, they just don't know what to do, ever. You gotta learn to roll with the punches on Global. You just do. You never know what to expect. The JP timeline means nothing when it comes to banners. Global can do whatever they want, and have done whatever they wanted for years now. Learn to adapt. It's that simple. By the way, these gators are not only debuff immune, but they are launch immune. That's right, you cannot launch these gators. Otherwise, Kais would be here instead of Machina, but it's fine. I had to switch up the call abilities too, due to that debuff immunity. I figured if we can't debuff them, we'll just bring calls that buff us. I probably would have brought Kate Sith if I had them, but I don't. So I went with Setzer. What'd I go with? Setzer, Roha, and Lyud. I hate that dude's name. Birdman. I went with Birdman. I thought it was strange that we only got 1 Lufenia Plus fight. That I was not expecting. The other 2 installments of Equinox gave us 3 Lufenia Plus fights, and that was it. Nothing else. This one was a little strange. They went level 200, level 220, level 250, level 220, level 200, in that order. Which I thought was a very odd way to structure this, but whatever works, I suppose. It's not like you have to do it in that order anyway. You can do it in whatever order you want. In fact, this was the first fight I did. I figure I would just come right out of the gate with this and work my way backwards, and it wasn't so bad. A Garnet friend blows up all of these stages, so that's really helpful. Funny story, the last stage, which is the stupid count steams, I brought a terrible team for that stage, but it ended up working out anyway, simply because I had a Garnet friend. So that orb, you have to deal holy weakness damage, but they aren't weak to holy, so you have to imperil holy and then hit him with it to take the orb up. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in with, hey, this will be great. I'm gonna go in with Kane, and I'm gonna enchant him with the Ash Call, so we have our holy. I'm gonna go with Selfie for launches, and I'm gonna go with Terra, because I haven't used Terra in forever, and this will keep Kane up in the air longer. I completely forgot that this installment of the count steams, that's like the Y'shtola burst installment of the count steams. You guys remember when we fought them back then, where they frame their turns and cleanse all the debuffs and all that horrible shit? Yeah, they do all that. So right at 80%, I was like, oh no, this is not going to work out well. Which means, think about this, if they're debuff immune, Selfie's debuff won't take. So she just became completely useless. She's like, okay, on paper this idea looked good, but in practice, this is not good. So I got rid of Selfie and brought in the Garnet friend. And I managed to no boss turn those things because of Terra taking advantage of Kane's stuff and Garnet just being there. So it worked out. I wouldn't recommend a team like that though. Especially not Selfie. Like, don't bring Selfie if you're gonna... Don't do it that way. They are kind of pushing Ico for that stage, which makes sense. But ideally, I think what they want is for you to let those count teams take a turn so that they can kill somebody, and then you can revive them, and then just move on from there. I think that's what they want. Or you could no boss turn it with something weird like I did. Whatever works, I guess. I don't know if you guys are interested in the other teams I brought. If you are, let me know. I'll be honest, I didn't record them though, so I'm not going to make videos. You know what? I should probably just put a screenshot of the teams I brought. Yeah, I think I'm going to just do that. Just in case people ask. So that way, if there's any questions, it's all right there. Yeah, I'll do it that way. That seems to work out. I don't like that. I don't like how their jaws open up to reveal, what is it, like a tiny little face inside their faces. It's fucking weird. Creepy. I am going to be, I realized I was about to speak too soon, so I'm like, oh, I'm happy we're going to be done with lockout stages for a while. No, we're not. Transcendence 7 is after this. More lockout stuff. So once that's over, I'm going to be happy to rid ourselves of lockout stages for a little while. And I don't mean to complain at all, because this was a brand new, exclusive burst cycle that the JP cycle didn't get. So this is very cool. They did this all for Garnet. My only complaint, and it's not even like a real complaint to them, it's just a me personal thing. They gave us Garnet and I was all hyped, and they gave us all these events where I had to keep using characters that weren't Garnet, and I didn't like it. But that's okay. That's okay. Again, it's not a real complaint. It's just it's just me simping. I just wanted to use Garnet and just Garnet because we just got her and I was excited. But it's okay. So yeah, they're dead. They're dead. It does look weird watching this like without the follow-up attacks from Noctis and Machina. I mean, of course Noctis has the burst effect follow-up, but you know what I mean. The follow-ups he would normally use. We waited long enough, let's just burn them alive. One thing they seem to fix for this Equinox, because they did this for the last 2 Equinox stages, was they gave us fights that were very heavily geared towards bringing Dispel characters, and didn't have any Dispellers on the Equinox banners. But this time they didn't do that. So to me, that's a big improvement. That I like. Yeah, this is in the bag. Look at everybody's brave right now. Jesus, Garnet. You are perfect. You are something else. Is that, you want the kill? You want to get the kill? But let's give you the kill. You deserve it. Your whole burst cycle and everything. It comes to a close here. Bring in the arc and take them out. Beautiful. So I'm curious, the teams you guys brought, not only for this, but for the other Equinox stages, I'd like to see them. I hope you all enjoyed, and thank you for watching.
Science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead.